good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State government reaffirms commitment to coastal protection, sustainable future. Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention confirms over 700 Lassa fever cases in 18 states. On the foreign scene, United States, China set for talks in London to resolve tensions threatening global growth. And in sports, Poland striker Robert Lewandowski quits international duty over captaincy row. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting its coastline and building a safer, greener, and more resilient city for future generations. Speaking over the weekend at the ongoing United Nations Ocean Conference in Nice, France, the State Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, said Lagos is not ignoring the climate challenges it faces as a coastal city. Wahab noted that in the past 2 years, the state has invested heavily in drainage infrastructure, clearing both primary and secondary drainages all year round to prevent flash flooding. On waste management, the commissioner said Lagos is moving away from the old pick and dump method as the state now treats waste as a resource, turning it into energy and wealth through a more circular, climate-friendly system. He also announced that the ban on single-use plastics, including styrofoam food containers, will take effect from July 1, following an 18-month grace period. The Commissioner for Operations, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, Anofiu Elegushi, has commended the peaceful and exemplary conduct of Lagos State pilgrims in the ongoing 2025 Hajj exercise in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Elegushi made the commendation when he led other NACON officials on a visit to the Lagos tent in Mina during a special prayer organized by the Lagos State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board. He urged them to remain calm and peaceful as plans are underway to return them to Nigeria as soon as possible. The commissioner used the avenue to praise the efforts of President Bola Tinubu over the bold reforms embarked upon by his administration, saying if Tinubu had not taken such bold steps, the economic situation of the country would have been precarious. While acknowledging that the subsidy removal, floating of the naira, and other genuine reforms came with initial hardship, Elegushi affirmed that the reforms are now yielding fruitful results as prices of food and other items are gradually coming down. Earlier in his address, the Amir ul-Hajj, Lagos State Commissioner for Home Affairs, Ibrahim Layode, said the special prayer was organized for the pilgrims to collectively appreciate Allah for his protection throughout the performance of the major Hajj rites in the Holy Land. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun says the state government will continue to create opportunities for the people of the state to excel. The governor stated this at the 2025 Ojide Oba Festival in Ijebu-Ode, describing the festival as a dynamic tool for tourism, youth engagement, and entrepreneurship. Abiodun also said the festival was more than a celebration but was a symbol of communal harmony and cultural heritage. He said his administration was encouraging access in Ijebu land and across Ogun State through the provision of infrastructure, enhancing educational and digital facilities, upgrading the healthcare infrastructure, and supporting local enterprises. The governor also noted that the greatest strength of the people of the state lies in their unity, values, and shared resolve to build a prosperous Ogun State that leaves no one behind. The festival held at the Awujale Pavilion under the leadership of the Awujale of Ijebuland, Obasikuru Adetono, also had in attendance the Ondo State Governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, who was represented by his deputy, Olaide Adelami. Minister of Art, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, and two former governors of the state, Olusegun Oshoba and Gbenga Daniel, among others. The Minister of Art, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has reiterated the commitment of the federal government to partner with the 36 states of the Federation as well as the private sector to achieve its target of hitting a $100 billion economy. Musawa stated this in Abeokuta, Ogun State at a dinner, noting that a memo has been approved by the Federal Executive Council to identify all the cultural values and unique peculiarities of all the states to boost the economy through cultural creativity. She also expressed the readiness of the federal government to partner with Ogun State and others on the proposed Fashion Olympics with the aim of hitting the target of the ministry. And now to the rest of the stories. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, has confirmed 739 cases of Lassa fever across the country from January to May 25. According to the agency's latest situation report, the cases were recorded from over 5,200 suspected infections across 95 local government areas in 18 states. Meanwhile, 141 deaths have been reported, putting the case fatality rate at 19.1%. The NCDC says 5 states account for 90% of the confirmed cases. Ondo tops the list with 224 cases, followed by Bauchi with 185, 121 in Edo, 116 in Taraba, while Ebonyi had 21 cases. Other affected states include Kogi, Gombe, Plateau, Benue, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Enugu, Delta, Cross River, Borno, Ogun, the FCT, and Anambra. The highest death tolls were also recorded in Taraba, Ondo, Edo, and Bauchi states. The Senior Special Assistant to President Bola Tinubu on Public Affairs, Aliu Audu, has tendered his resignation. According to reports, Audu routed his resignation in a one-page letter through the President's Chief of Staff, thanking the President for the opportunity to serve under his visionary leadership. He also praised former presidential spokesman Ajuri Ngelale, whose recommendation led to his nomination on August 26, 2023. And now to foreign nations, including Kamwad Lutnick, with Chinese representatives such as Vice President He Linfeng to resolve tensions between the world's two largest economies, which is threatening global growth. Chinese exports of rare earths, which are crucial for modern technology, as well as Beijing's access to U.S. products, including computer chips, are expected to be high on the agenda. Last month, Washington and Beijing agreed to a temporary truce over trade tariffs, but each country has since accused the other of breaching the deal. A new round of negotiations follows a phone call between Donald Trump and China's leader Xi Jinping last week, which the U.S. president described as a very good talk. In our sports, Poland striker Robert Lewandowski has announced his decision to step away from international duty. The Barcelona forward made the bold declaration through his official social media, stating that he no longer has confidence in the current Poland manager, Michał Probies. Lewandowski is furious after Poland coach Michał Probies replaced him as captain with the armband being worn by Inter Milan midfielder Piotr Zelensky. And that's all for the news at 4. Ensure the registration mark on your vehicle is clear and visible at all times. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio.com. 961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supported 152 businesses and persons in a tech ecosystem under the Lagos Innovate program? You can get more details on the Lagos State government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State government has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting its coastline and building a safer, greener, and more resilient city for future generations. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, has confirmed 739 cases of Lassa fever across the country from January to May 25. We also told you that a senior U.S. delegation, including Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, will meet with Chinese representatives such as Vice Premier He Lifeng to resolve tensions between the world's two largest economies, which is threatening global growth. And in sports, Poland striker Robert Lewandowski has announced his decision to step away from international duty. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Idowalaya. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.